non-oil economy shrinks. GPL employees to get salary increase. And it's sheer minibus madness in Guyana. I am Noriko Bulford, and welcome to tonight's edition of Uncut News. Before we begin, do you have something important you want to leak without revealing your identity? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at telephone number 592-659-6151. According to the IDB, Guyana's economy grew by 43.5% in 2020, making us the only country in the region to record a positive growth rate for the year. But they made it known that it's only because of the oil and nothing else. In fact, the non-oil economy contracted by 7.3%. The only non-oil sector of the economy that wasn't in a downtrend was agriculture, which actually recorded a 4.1% expansion. Oil production represented 37% of the nation's GDP and accounted for 51% of overall GDP growth for the year. Last Thursday, the National Bureau of Standards ordered the destruction of 290,000 packs of imported cigarettes in Latam. These cigarettes, which were branded US Mild 1, were seized and destroyed due to the improper labeling on the packs. The labeling was found to be in breach of the 2018 tobacco regulations. And frankly, I say, good for them. You shouldn't be smoking those cancer sticks anyway. This morning, 19-year-old laborer Richard Harrychand confessed to fatally stabbing 17-year-old Clive Osborne. The incident occurred on June 2, 2019, at Suriname on the Essequibo coast. Harrychand claimed that he stabbed Osborne over an old grievance with his younger brother. He was originally charged with murder, but opted to plead guilty to manslaughter. Harrychand is expected back in court June 2nd. Some 750 GPL employees are set to receive a 5% salary increase for 2020, in keeping with an agreement reached with the workers' union. They have also agreed to urgently consider their proposals for a revised collective labor agreement. The two sides agreed on a range of additional benefits, including meals, traveling, and out-of-town allowances, which will be payable from 2021. The increase to be paid will amount to some 200 million Guyana dollars. So, if your GPL bill goes up in the coming months, you know exactly why. Ha-ha! This is Best Buy's car of the day. On sale is this 2015 Audi A3 luxury sedan. It comes with push-button start, LED lights, fog lamps, mag rims, new tires, Bluetooth, DVD stereo, reverse camera, and much, much more. Buy cash for $4.6 million, or pay down as low as $920,000 with around $88,000 monthly, and it's yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit their showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Rose Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them the Rico sent you for this sweet deal. Oh, and by the way, you people with duty-free could get this for just $3.1 million. Just saying. The police are currently investigating another attempted murder-suicide. The police said one single father living on the East Coast ingested a poisonous substance and admitted to feeding same to his toddler early this morning. They were taken to the hospital, where both are listed as being in stable condition. The man reportedly told police that he was deeply affected by his wife's suicide in February of this year, and he could not cope with raising the children by himself. One couple in Port Kaituma was arrested for lying about being robbed on Sunday night by men speaking a foreign language. Following the alleged robbery, detectives contacted them both, and the businesswoman admitted that the police report was a lie. The man is now claiming that he lost the money, which was given to him by a third party to purchase items. They currently await charges from the police. Wow, you spend out the people's money and then blame a foreigner for the crime. That sounds like what a Guyanese version of a Karen would do. Yesterday, a 34-year-old mechanic shot a 43-year-old carpenter at Zeelucht housing scheme over a game of pool. According to the cops, he shot the man to his abdomen before fleeing in a white wagon. The victim was taken to the hospital and is currently listed as serious. The suspect is still on the run. Do you want to grow your money? Sell digital top-up. Become a top-up vendor through Cellular Plus and make some extra cash to supplement your income at your business or your side hustle. Call 685-3109 for more info. It's now time for today's Runner Report. Today, the nation recorded 102 new cases. There are now 345 persons dead, 14 persons in the ICU, with 1,732 persons in home isolation. The total number of known cases around the nation now stands at 15,454. So please, people, wash your hands frequently. Avoid touching your nose and mouth and mask up before you leave the house. When you do leave home, try to avoid enclosed spaces and large crowds. And remember to give 6 feet of space between you and others. Heavy rainfalls over the past week has not only triggered floods in Region 9, but also in parts of Region 10. This week, the CDC dispatched an assessment team to the impacted areas to assist affected households with care packages. The CDC received reports that over 200 households in Blueberry Hill, Block 42, Siberian Village, Landersville, and Karakara all experienced flooding. Authorities indicated that the sanitary situation is their main concern since latrines almost always overflow during floods, which means you're thus forced to wade around in poop water, which is frankly disgusting. Are you a truck owner that is losing money due to downtime while you wait for your parts to be imported? Now that's just stupid. Truck parts are already in Guyana at Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts. They stock spares for DAF, Bedford DM, International Freightliners, and Cummins engines. Check them out at 1161 EE Eccles or WhatsApp them on telephone number 697-0171. Tell them Mariko sent you and get a discount. The cops have issued a wanted bulletin for Kevin Adams in connection with manslaughter of Linden resident Samuel D'Souza. D'Souza was the same man from Victory Valley, Wismar, who was found dead at a truck leading to his home on March 6, 2021. This was, of course, after he had an altercation with 2 women. However, police suspect that Adams may have also had an altercation with D'Souza, but with fatal results. And now for our stupid news of the day. If you've ever taken a ride on a minibus, you already know just how unpleasant the ride is. Loud, explicit music, speeding, and overloading are just a few of the many hassles the average Guyanese has to deal with if they want to get from point A to point B without spending their life savings on a taxi or a car. Knowing that their passengers often can't afford to take other forms of transportation, minibus drivers often take advantage of this power imbalance to bully commuters, other drivers on the road, and of course 14-year-old schoolgirls with no parental guidance at home. The bloody pedophiles. Anyway, this has been the situation for years, yet nothing is being done about this. Now we are an oil-producing nation, almost 2 years as this. One that is considering powering the whole national grid from a $1 billion white elephant of a natural gas plant, yet we can't even spend a dime to make life easier for the common man. I say it is high time for the government to step in and form the Georgetown Transit Authority. Buy buses, put them on a schedule, and hire drivers and conductors to operate them for a set salary. If we don't know what to do, let's look at Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, even Brazil. We don't have to go and copy the Americans, but we just have to come up with a system that just makes sense for us. If it makes sense, it will actually become a source of much-needed revenue for the government. So, if you ask me, not having a modern transportation system in the 21st century is pretty stupid. Hey Guyanese business people, are you looking for a great way to advertise your business? Search no more. Join one of the fastest growing business directories in Guyana. Register your business on snap.gy and get access to more eyeballs. And wait for it, wait for the best part, it's absolutely free. Get your business listed today on snap.gy. Moving on to our Uncut News Viewers Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in the nation, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So, you give your sponsors the comment, and we'll read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was, due to the Rona, Trinidad has declared a state of emergency. Given the situation here, should we do the same, or will it do more harm than good? J.C. Grant Stewart said, a state of emergency in Guyana again would do more harm than good. Even if they want to, what are their plans? Are they going to give the people more stimulus money? They still haven't even given the second phase of the last sharing of money. The government needs to come up with a better way. Jay Jairam said, a state of emergency will not make any difference in Guyana. The citizens will continue to break the restriction laws, and the police will continue to ignore. And finally, 10-4 said, a state of emergency in Guyana will only work if money is distributed to the working poor who will be affected by any other kind of lockdown. So for tonight's question, has the recent increase in consumer prices affected you? If so, how? Think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in Wednesday's episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Enrico Bullford saying good night, folks. Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.